Welcome to the Word for the Week, brought to you by Living Hope Christian Fellowship. We publish new content every week, so if you subscribe to our channel and tap the bell icon, you'll be notified of all new videos. This week, Marie is speaking about how small things can sometimes have very large consequences.
Hi everyone, it's good to see you all again. Hope you're doing well. Last week I read the autobiography of Captain Tom Moore entitled Tomorrow Will Be a Good Day. Some of you will remember his name from the beginning of lockdown last year when he was in the news. In April 2020, Captain Tom then was 99 years old. 25 days short of his 100th birthday. 2 years earlier, he'd had a fall in the kitchen at home. He banged his head on the corner of the dishwasher, broke his hip, and broke a rib which punctured his lung. He was then in hospital for 4 months before he was able to return home to his daughter's family. Previously, he'd always been fit and well, and found it really difficult to come to terms with not being able to do many things that he'd previously been able to do. It was particularly difficult for him to walk, and he needed a walker to get about. That knocked his confidence and badly affected him. At the beginning of April 2020, his family had a barbecue in the garden. Instead of doing his exercises in his room as usual, Tom decided to take his walker outside for the first time and try walking a lap of their 25-metre driveway. His family cheered him on and encouraged him. "Keep going, Grandad, you're doing great. See how many laps you can do, Dad." And his son-in-law joked, "We'll give you £1 for each lap you can do, if you do 100 laps by your 100th birthday." That comment inspired Tom to set himself a challenge to walk 100 laps by his birthday. He thought maybe he could raise a bit of money to donate to the NHS, who were battling COVID-19. His daughter contacted the local paper to help get support to donate to the NHS. And before he knew it, the media took up the story and people were inspired by his determination and persistence and began to donate lots of money. Every day he did a few more laps round the garden. And by his 100th birthday, 25 days later, he'd raised an incredible £38 million.
And here he comes, Captain Tom Moore, approaching his 100th birthday, 100 laps of his garden during lockdown, all of the money going to NHS charities, a guard of honour from the 1st Battalion, the Yorkshire Regiment. Inches to go, and there he is. Congratulations, well done. Absolutely amazing, amazing achievement. Captain Tom, how do you feel this morning?
Fine. Yes. I'm surrounded by the right sort of people, so yes, I feel fine. I hope you're all feeling fine too.
Well, we are feeling much more fine. I think we've all been inspired. The whole country, it seems like the whole world has been inspired by your achievement.
Oh, thank you.
Really great.
He was totally humbled and surprised by the response of the public, but his simple act inspired others to begin to do something and not give up because of lockdown. His story inspired and encouraged me, especially as 3 weeks ago I had a hip replacement operation and haven't been able to do many things that I could do usually. Getting back on my feet and walking has been hard work, but it's getting better bit by bit. Today I actually walked round the block. It took me quite a while, but I made it, and I feel very pleased with myself. So often we can feel we can't do much, and circumstances can weigh us down. It's easy to look at the things we can't do or change and be tempted to feel down, but even in difficult circumstances, there are many things we can do. As we look outward and around us, there are many things to give thanks for. The seasons are changing, and we're beginning to feel the cooler days of autumn, with their rich and ever-changing colours. And I've been so blessed by the many people who've been praying for me and sent me messages and encouragements. I haven't always answered many of them for a while, as I didn't feel up to talking, but I've been receiving life through them all. I've been blessed by people's thoughts, cares, gifts of flowers, food that they've been made for me, and I'm so grateful for friends. Last week, a friend sent me a bag full of wool, so I started crocheting a blanket and thinking of a friend I want to give it to. Little acts of kindness and caring mean such a lot. In the Bible, we have many examples of acts of kindness and gratitude that have touched the lives of many throughout the centuries. Remember the little boy who gave his simple lunch of 5 small loaves and 2 fishes to Jesus, and he used it to feed 5,000 people. Mary, who anointed Jesus in Bethany as an act of devotion and love days before his death. Joseph of Arimathea, who gave his own tomb for Jesus' burial. The one leper who'd been healed by Jesus, who returned to say thank you when 9 others went their way. He was a despised Samaritan, an outcast, but his heart was so full of gratitude to Jesus. And there are many more I could include. None of these would ever have thought that 2,000 years later their acts would be read and spoken of again and again, and would be an inspiration to others. Yesterday a friend came to visit me, which really blessed me. And as we were talking, he said that he'd recently started college. He'd not been able to go to school in his own country and is illiterate, but he's keen to learn. Now he's using the opportunity that he has. And he said, "It's really hard learning ABC, but I want to learn, so I've enrolled at 2 colleges. I go to one in the daytime and another one 2 nights a week, so I can learn more quickly." And he was so joyful and grateful for the chance to learn. He's a real inspiration. Maybe you're in a difficult situation. Life is always full of difficulties and challenges. However, if we look outwards and upwards, there are many opportunities and blessings. Above the clouds, the sun is still shining, although today it may be rainy and stormy. Let's focus on the things we can do, not on those we can't. I'm learning not to worry about what I can't do at present, but do those things that I can, one step at a time. When asked, "How can you climb a mountain like Everest?" the reply was, "One step at a time and keep going." Maybe we won't raise £38 million for the NHS, but we can do simple acts of love and kindness to bless others that will have an untold wealth of blessing and encouragement for someone else. And the greatest thing is that God is with us. We have an eternal hope. He sees and delights in those little things and brings his blessings to us and others. Emmanuel, God with us in every season. He's faithful. God bless you and keep you in his grace. Love to you all.